Mm. Testing, testing. 1, 3, 6. All right, welcome today. Welcome any day. We're gonna do fitness today. That's the topic of the reading. Similar to the love reading, we're not gonna have a specific question, and we're just gonna see what comes out. This can be helpful if you are into fitness or healthy foods, or if you're not, maybe it can give you some pinpoints on where to start. Let me double check the recording. But first, we're gonna get 3 piles here. That one is a little smaller than the others. That's okay. We have supplementary here, and I also have other decks I can go and get if we need to. Okay. Yes. Great. Okay, everyone. Pile 1, this one here, pile 2, and pile 3. We can also hold 3 cards from the universe, Cosmic Mysteries, Oracle Tarot. One for each deck. Spy, Health, Earth Sign. Right. If you are an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, you can also pick that pile based on that. You can also pick the pile just based on feeling drawn to the Earth sign card or the crystal. Pile 2 here, Health. Health issues could arise. This card resonates with you or the crystal. And pile 1, Spy. Someone got their eye on you. You are doing your research. Pile number 1, Spy. You just pick your pile and I'll start your reading. Okay, pile number 1. If you're ready, we're gonna start your fitness reading here. Let's see what comes out. Celebrity stylist, talent therapist, pyramid scheme, hustle coach, independent woman. Free giveaway, thirst trap, generational wealth, and that's it. Lots of greens here, and also the tinnitus. Lots of green energy, green cards. If something is lacking in your diet, it's greens, vegetables. Remember to eat your vegetables. They're good for all sorts of things, right? To keep the most benefits from fitness, you need all different nutritions. Berries have vitamins, and maybe they don't have the protein you need for muscle, but still getting the nutrition from berries helps your body do all the other functions that then kicks the protein in. Total function, right? Your whole body needs to work to get the most out of it. So vegetables, eat vegetables as well. I see here maybe you have a desire to make famous with your body. You can become a professional bodybuilder, compete. Maybe you want to go online and show off your body. That is something you can do. But with the teletherapist here, I see you have a lack of confidence. Maybe you seek therapy, right? Because you have a lack of confidence in your body. And so the only advice is to keep at it and keep good mental health, right? Which vegetables also can help with. You need to disregard negative thoughts and negative influences. Think good thoughts about yourself and look down on those who tell you bad things. No matter what shape your body is in, it won't get better if people harass you, right? Let me get some more advice. Frenemies, yeah. Swipe right. Stay-at-home dad. You want to find love and compassion, people who like you and treat you well. With the frenemies card here, someone in your life is treating you badly, telling you you're not good enough to do what you want here with your body in terms of fame, showing it off, sharing pictures, OnlyFans maybe, right? Someone is telling you you can't do it, you're not good enough. It's a frenemy. And you need to start looking at this person and understand that you should look down on someone who tells you those kind of things. You need to find those who encourages you on your endeavor. Love. Free giveaway, independent woman, thirst trap. Say no, right? Maybe it's hard, like if you're out with friends, maybe they're paying for pizza. But you wanna be on stage and compete maybe in bodybuilding contests, right? Might be different for all of you, but something of that sort. You gotta say no, right? You have a diet, you stick to your diet, even though it's free. If you wanna compete, you have to be strict. And so unless it is in your diet, say no. Someone bought chocolate, they put it in a bowl on the table. Have a piece. Say no. You don't need it, especially if you get all the nutrition in vegetables, berries. Remember to put that in your diet. You don't need, you won't have the craving either. Yeah, I use raw cocoa powder, raw organic cocoa powder in my evening shakes to combat the need for chocolate. Gives you all the health benefits, no sugar, right? Stuff like that can help too. And stay mindful of what you eat. If you crave it, what is it in the food that you crave that makes you want to eat it, and can you find a healthy alternative, right? Biscuits, you have oat, is that the English? Oat? Havre, right? Put it in your shake. The Etsy Queen and the Tinderists. The Empress, the Lovers. I think you'll find that for a romantic relationship to work, it needs more than just a body. And you can easily see this through going online and looking at couples, or looking at couples in your life. Sometimes you might see what you think is a mismatch, someone very beautiful with someone not so, someone very fit with someone not so, and all sorts of variations here, right? So you'll find love is not necessarily dependent on fitness. I'm sure it helps attract the right partner to you, but it won't be enough alone. Love and companionship comes through emotion and the spiritual realm. And so you can also think about that when you look at this friend here, or maybe even your surroundings, this negative energy telling you no, you can't do it. The answer is to find love and seek love, right? Answer with love. Look down on them for telling you those kind of things. And you can start embracing compassion, which should bring you love, which doesn't mean you have to stop what you're doing. But a solid fit body won't be enough to keep a good relationship. Do we want these cards to give the last messages? The High Priestess, Final Worlds, the Devil, Four of Chalice, Queen of Chalice, Six of Swords, and read with books. You can also read academic research on fitness, learn things you don't know already from diet, nutrition, rest. The devil is here to fool you. I think if you are very preoccupied with fitness in order to obtain love, right, like we already talked about, that won't be enough. So spare some of your energy for compassion and more emotional stuff, because an emotional connection is what will keep the relationship strong. That's why you say when you get married, through sickness and health, right? In sickness and in health. Alright, pile number one. Thank you. Okay, pile two. This is your reading here. Fitness reading for you. Ally, Juicy Brunch, Couples Costume. To be honest, I don't know. Hashtag blessed. Acting shady. Gaslighting. Lockdown. Mother's intuition. Alright, Sunday scaries. Coming out. Engagement photos. Work besties. Geek over. The festival. Right. Okay, pile number two. First off, what you need to remember is to rest. I'm sensing someone very negative is pushing you harder than you should go. A very important part of fitness is that it takes a long time and dedication, right? which means you don't have to go to the gym every day. And maybe, you know, some programs you have you go every day, but you only do something, right? Maybe you only do the arms on Monday and only the chest on Tuesday, and that way your muscles don't get overloaded, right? That is okay. But you can't go 2 hours every day, right? It won't go, it won't do. You will just get knocked out and give up. The same with diet. If it's a diet you're struggling with, then you're not eating enough. Calories are energy. You need enough energy to function. And you should probably seek a professional to help you put up a diet. Save some money for that. Because if you're eating very little food and working out a lot, you're only gonna end up giving up because you don't have enough energy to do what you need to do. So I'm sensing with acting shady and gaslighting, someone is pushing you too hard and giving you the wrong information. Seek professional advice, right? That's after all how I used to be overweight, 94 kilograms, barely muscle at all, hadn't worked out for more than 10 years, and I sought professional advice. And I lost my weight in 3 months, and I never looked better, right? If you never have had a professional trainer, then going online and finding information can be very confusing. You don't know where to look, you don't know what to trust, so seek professional advice on diet and the gym. How often you should go, what you should do to get your goal. Save up some money, get some professional help on fitness, right? On how to reach your fitness goals. We also have some busy brunch, festival goer, eco-friendly, ally coming out, Sunday scaries. You know, you wanna, it's like you almost have a restriction here. You're afraid of drinking too much calories, right? So you go to a party and you take a sip of champagne, you wanna have fun, and everybody around you is dancing and having much more fun than you. It's no way to go. Like I already talked about, you need calories. You don't need too much, you don't need too little. But in order to function at all, you need energy. So I would advise you to not worry so much, and if you get this professional help here, they probably won't tell you to drink, but you might be able to keep better track of the amount of calories you are taking in, and then also eat a little when you go out and have fun, because you know, yeah, I can drink 3 or 4 glasses, maybe even 5. It's no problem, right? And you can have fun as well. Eco-friendly couples costume, to be honest, I don't know. I think if you're a vegetarian, that is alright. If you're a vegan, that is fine. Make sure you get all your nutritions. You can find information about that. You can go online or ask your professional advisor. But if you are not ideologically vegan or vegetarian, please remember to eat meat. It's not unhealthy for you. It's a lot of protein and all sorts of other nutrition you need. Remember to eat meat. Maybe you've been told a lie that meat is bad for your health, for your fitness. It is not. But if you're ideologically against eating meat, you can find substances for the types of nutrition you need, and that is totally fine. Just make sure you get the nutrition you actually need for your workout and your goals. We have request these Mother's Intuition engagement photos. I feel like you're very worn out and you have friends who I think they're worn out too, and maybe they're afraid of you succeeding and overcoming them, right? They're dependent on you staying in this worn out place, which is why they're giving you this negative energy we already talked about. With Mother's Intuition here, I think you should seek motherly advice as well, right? On your friendships and your health, right? I don't know how close you are with your mother. It doesn't have to be your biological mother. It can also be a motherly figure that has the love for you to give you advice on these friends you are keeping who are giving you bad advice, and can maybe also help you find the right path to gain the right advice from a professional trainer, for example. Alright, and I'm also gonna pull these here to see if we have any last messages for you. Queen of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Eight of Wands, Knight of Chalice, Four of Swords, Knave of Wands, Six of Chalice, Nine of Pentacles, the Stars, and the Hierophant, right? And also King of Pentacles. Okay, so what's most important thing to remember is that fitness is a journey. You'll make mistakes, you learn new things on the way. What is most important is that you don't give up and you keep working on it until you get the result you want. And even then you're not done, because you have to maintain it and you also gain new goals on the way. It doesn't take a day, it will take your entire life. So it's an investment, both energetically and physically and financially as well. You might have to spend on a gym and on a personal trainer, on the diet you need, right? It can be confusing at first if you're used to eating one way and you have to switch to another way. But I'm sure you'll make it work, especially with the stars here and the Hierophant. Look to the stars, remember to have fun in your fitness journey. Don't make it a chore, don't make it boring, don't make it dull. Make it a fun journey where you go along and learn new things along the way and have fun and master your body and your senses. Alright, file number 2. Thank you. Okay, file number 3. When I was moving your deck away, this card was left behind. I want to see what it is. Furlough in reverse. So let's talk about that before we pull the card. I think it means there is no lack when it comes to fitness. There's gyms, lots of advice, lots of personal trainers. This is only growing, and maybe you think that there are so many people doing fitness, so many good-looking people, that why would it matter if I get into that, right? But it's good for yourself first and foremost, and it's never bad for another human being to also gain fitness and health. Also because you will spread that as well to others. And yeah, there's never a lack, right? That's what this card is telling me. There's never a lack of needing fit people. Because fit and healthy people benefit society, it benefits yourself, and it benefits your future. So don't be worried about that. So let me pull some cards for you. The ick. Sorry, not sorry. Squad goals. Girls trip. Do-it-yourself skills. Work-life balance. Bitcoin investment. Big D energy. The millennial. Who runs the world? Right next to the Big D energy guy here. And I think this speaks of, I'm seeing a very particular relationship where the woman has captured the strong, fit, confident, bold guy with, he's the man of steel, you can say, right? Maybe this is a dream of yours, or a relationship you envy. Let's look more on the other cards, maybe we'll find out. This is a party here, techno vibe. We're doing a fitness reading. And I wonder what this means. Showing off, maybe. Sculpture, work-life balance. I'm gonna have to pull some of these already. Five of Swords, the World, Justice, King of Wands, Knave of Pentacles, Knave of Chalice, Six of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. I think there's a message here for you, especially if you are female watching this. Your man, whether you're already in a relationship with him or it's someone you seek, is not afraid of strong women, or even strong independent women, but especially strong women. Your love interest is not afraid of your well-being, right? If you were worried that your love interest didn't want you, if you got fit, healthy, maybe you even get some muscles, or if not muscles, you gain good looks, or other great qualities that comes with working out and eating healthy. Your love interest is not afraid of strong women or good-looking people. They're not afraid of success, wealth, fame, and therefore also not afraid of a partner with the same thing. Just so you know. Work-life balance, Bitcoin investment, do-it-yourself skills. I think since you already have things very balanced, you know where to go, you know when more or less when to go to the gym, what to eat and what you can afford and not. And I think the message here is to remember to keep that balance, right? Keep an oversight. It's not wrong of you to have things in order. You know how much you're gonna spend on food this month. Make sure you don't go over it. That's very good, very adult of you. If you're just having a difficulty sticking with your diet and also your budget, you have to try and make it work, right? If you have to pull some money from a different budget to make your food budget larger, but you can also shop smart, shop sales, cheap brands maybe. As long as it's healthy food, it shouldn't be too bad, right? But it's very important, like food is 80% of fitness. The gym is just 20. So if you have to pull some money from a different budget to make sure you have a larger food budget. If you can't, make smart shopping choices. It can be difficult, but you can do it. And you can also look at alternative diets, which gives you the nutrition you need, maybe with less solid food, right? I drink a lot of shakes, and I don't find it too expensive. I find it much less expensive to drink shakes with vegetables, not vegetables, but berries and fruits, and spinach, right? And some oatmeal, and peanut butter and protein powder. That's usually what's in my shakes, and that's much less expensive than eating a frozen pizza every day, right? Or even worse, restaurant pizza. More than triple the time the amount on one meal, right? And much less nutrition. So try and find a balance here that works. And keep in mind that maybe, even though it looks like it's going to be hard and expensive, the alternative is bad food that is actually, if not more expensive, the same amount, right? And that's not going to give you what you need. The 𝓟𝓮𝓻𝓼𝓷𝓪 squad goals, girl strips the millennial. I think this is a person, right? I heard techno music, a party. I see someone showing off. Maybe you want to show yourself off at the after party. And this is a fitness reading, right? Not a love reading. But we already have this here. I forgot to tell you, also if you're male, remember your partner then is not afraid of if it's man, right? She won't be scared of that. She won't envy you, right? Or run away from you. At least not because of that. She'll probably applaud you. I think if you look at this photo here, squad goals, and you can see like there's different types of bodies here. Maybe you can't see it too clearly, but there's like one is a little bigger and one is a little more muscle, and different colors, races, and I think you don't have to be afraid of people judging you for your body, especially not if you actually put in the work and you're honest about what you're doing, because those who already are there can give you advice. Some might give you bad advice, but you can learn as you go, right? And those who actually do this for good reasons won't have any reason to judge you if you're on the same path, whether that is early or late, doesn't matter. And if you're struggling to get where they are, just be honest about what it is that you're doing. Tell them that you're going to the gym 4 days a week. You're eating this. People who do this have usually no problems talking about it either, right? What they're doing in the gym, what they're eating, sharing knowledge, talking fitness. It's a whole thing. And I sense like a worry here of not being included, not being good enough. And so I want you to remember that people who do health and fitness for good reasons won't judge you if you're on the same path. We have Girls Trip and the Millennial. Maybe you're worried about showing off your body around people who look better than you. But just remember that everybody started somewhere, and that it is work that will be different for everyone. Just like a spiritual journey or fitness journey will also be individual. And nobody is born with a fitness level of 100,000%. It takes work, and everybody started somewhere. And then, like I said, if you're on the same path, they won't judge you just because you are not where they are yet. Okay? So last messages for pile number 3. 8 of Swords, Temperance, the Lovers, the Magician, the Tower, Strength, the Moon. Strength, the Tower. Keep at it through hardship. You will always face new problems, right? Maybe this week you can't make the scheduled time you had for the gym, so you have to move it. Okay, but then move it and go do it, right? And then adjust, but never stop, never quit, and always keep at it. One day, if you keep working on your health and fitness, you will stand there looking so good you could never believe it, and you'll find, oh, my bicep is too small compared to the other one. And so suddenly you are worried about those details because you're so chiseled, right? You've been doing the work and getting so far that your past self will look at your then self and say, wow, you made it, you're done. But then the version of yourself that is there is not happy with the result yet, because the left bicep is smaller than the right bicep, which is how it works. It's a lifelong journey, and you gotta keep at it, and you'll never be done. Alright, I went through. Thank you. Okay, everybody, that was your fitness reading. Keep in mind, this is not medical or professional. I have no education regarding to fitness, none at all. I only have my own experiences and the cards, right? And I have no medical education either. So, take it as it is. This is a message from Spirit. Tarot reading. Yeah, with the great advice, I think, for you, but don't see it as professional advice. Alright, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.